the hell is going on?
Bothered and bewildered.
Oh yeah. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. The last phrase is the bewitched part, so I have to play it.
You are now reacting to the 6-member rookie girl group PIXY and their 2021 release Bewitched off of their 2021 Temptation album. So this is actually their second title track for this album. Their first title track is called Addicted. Through each comeback, PIXY's dark fairy tale story unfolds. They are fairies who were born without wings, so they were bullied and ostracized by other fairies. One day, one of the girls found a set of broken wings, but upon finding it, she began to experience nightmares featuring a witch that tells her that she must return the wings before the red moon rises, or she and her friends will become cursed. Additionally, if she gives the broken wings to the witch, her and her friends will finally get their own pair of wings. Since their debut song has been released, they've had another song called Let Me Know, in which they started journeying to see the witch, and then the witch whispered to one of the members saying, hey, if you convince the other members to throw this person off a cliff, then I'll give you the prettiest pair of wings. And so that girl convinces the other members, like, hey, listen, like, our member here, she tried stealing the wings for herself and she was going to betray us. We should throw her off a cliff. So they throw her off a cliff. And
like one of the fairies.
She dead now. No, you fall off a cliff.
She's maybe alive.
Dead. Wow.
So after Addicted happens, they're still on their way on their journey to see the witch, but the fairies become lost in this temptation and the witch's promises. And so this song represents the process of the witch gradually seducing the fairies.
The one thing I was not prepared for going into this, like completely blind to K-pop, is how like theatrical the like groups in the songs are, and how like the lore is so deep and intertwined. It's like so freaking crazy.
The song is composed by Kevin Day, Glow, and Dr. J. Now, who choreographed it? The people who choreographed this dance is Men of the Future. Are you familiar with any of their stuff?
Yes, I do know that they've been actually working in the K-pop scene for a while now and have choreographed for like a couple of other groups with like darker concepts. So I really like what they've done with PIXY.
All right, let's see how they sing Seduce.
Sing Seduce?
Sure. 3, 2, 1. Oh, let me get that out of the way. Oh, CC's? Yep. Whoa. Is that the witch? That's totally the witch, yeah. That's a witch.
Ooh, I love the panning.
Why is my heart beating so fast?
Really nice distortion on that.
I know. It's so warm.
Oh, the like pitching down of the snare. It's really interesting. Oh, I really like the tone of their voices.
A lot of really interesting like rhythmic variation in the melody.
Dude, that vocal fry, that lasted forever. Oh my god.
Oh, you hear that expanded chord like the.
There's some 80s synth going on.
Ooh. This is like kind of 80s.
Yeah.
Yes, she's having her Beyonce moment.
Wow. I'm obsessed with her. I'm obsessed with her.
Oh, you hear?
Ooh.
That's a really nice melody right there.
Wait, what?
This is a really good dance.
What the hell is going on?
These harmonies are very like.
There's gonna be a...
Oh.
They have really good lines. Very, very good lines. Ooh.
Nice.
That's such a sick effect.
Oh, come on, whacking. Okay, okay. I'm hearing a male voice.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's a lot of finger details. I love that.
I love this dance a lot.
I am so impressed. I am so
This is a rookie.
unexpectedly delighted.
I'm literally sweating right now. Like, my hands are sweating. The rest of me is sweating. My heart was literally beating the entire time. Because, like, oh my god, they have such a unique concept that you don't get to see, especially in girl groups, doing something like this. Like, so, like, I think the word I want to use is raw, like messy. Like, they're okay with looking, you know, like, kind of like wet and like not absolutely pristine. Like, it's okay for them to emote like ugly emotions, basically. And you feel it in the music, especially in the music. You really do feel it. I think like that's also, I forgot to mention that when I hear music that I really like, I start sweating a lot. So it's a little gross, but it's true.
Wow.
Injong. That was really good. I think this is genuinely different from like a lot of the other girl group songs that we've listened to, because I think what threw me off was that really distorted bass sound, and then they just kept adding in layers. I was so confused. I was like, oh, it's just gonna be like heavy metal, but then it was like, no, it was like R&B, and like I was like, and then it was like hip hop, and then it was like 80s synthwave, and I was like, ah, like it fits so well, you know what I mean?
This is a rookie girl group with this like the musical. They have a sophistication of like a really veteran group. Oh my god, I feel so broken because I'm overwhelmed with like all the different choices they made. I really liked all the different creepy musical elements that they put in. From the really sustained vocal fry, I did not expect them to lower the pitch and like that intensely before jumping into the chorus. On Swallow, like swallow. Yeah. That was so creepy and wonderful. To the tick-tock too, of the clock on like, we get 4 bars of that vocal fry and then it just drops. And it feels like I'm going into the dark place and Get Out. Like you're just being back into this creepy place. I'm gonna go from 59.
That's a full 2 measures.
Yeah.
A vocal fry.
And then just swallowed. Oh my gosh, what a cool entrance into a chorus.
Both of you freaked out when they like were on the floor.
Oh
Why?
my god. Well, let's talk about how that's a very unique way to start a chorus, first and foremost. Like, how many times have we seen that? Never. Like, not once. No, I'm kidding. But you're not kidding. But it's, yeah, for me, it was very largely like connected to the sound that I heard when the chorus started. It was very horror movie-esque sounding, like, and then they matched that with them, like, you know, being upside down, kind of like The Grudge almost.
Yeah, like
there's a lot of like,
yeah, there's something a little like disconcerting about seeing a person upside down. I don't know exactly why, but you're just kind of looking at it and you're like, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, your brain's like, that's not right. So, personally, I think why this choreography comes off as so unsettling is because there's a theme of twisting, and twisting the body especially always looks very uncomfortable, especially if you can't do it. That's another thing. Specifically, the girls, they're extremely flexible. Like even the focus on you part, this, like you can think of like a twisting like needle, like going into the skin, and that is also uncomfortable. And like just like the different ways that they were able to come up with moves that had like a twisting theme itself, like throughout the whole choreography was just really genius.
So you could interpret it as them being controlled by the witch, like that's how I would see it, because they moved in like so many like unexpected ways. It's like it was as if their body wasn't their own.
Just like being like the look of being like possessed. Just that first chorus. Yeah, that was really impressive. I've never seen like K-pop choreo.
Yeah, because it's true. Sometimes they look like they're being puppeteered.
Yeah,
That's true.
The like butterfly motions was a really nice juxtaposition to like the other more unsettling moves. It was really nice because they were very pretty. Like when they would like extend their arms and like move them the way a butterfly would. This was really this move. I don't think I would ever think to do this to imitate a butterfly, but the flapping motion does work, and you're just like you're like, oh, that's cool, but also kind of creepy because. What's wrong with the butterfly? Why does it look like it? I'm like, this makes sense. Is the butterfly okay? Is it okay?
I think I really like songs with a lot like very unexpected like changes and abrupt transition. Smooth transitions could be like really fascinating too, but like I like changes in a song, and this one kind of the texture stayed the same the whole time. Not my favorite.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
It's like not that of the dynamic change. Especially, I'm expecting there's some change at the chorus. I mean, they did change a lot at the chorus, like in terms of melody and instrumentation. It's more gritty sound than before, because before it's all like open sound with like a lot of pads and then hollow feeling. But then in order to like have a huge contrast, maybe reduce a lot of reverb at the chorus, so you can be like hollow and then suddenly shrink into a spot. Yeah.
I see that.
Make it more effective. And also I think maybe like the singers can be like more aggressive singing.
That I noticed too.
But you're being bewitched and seduced. I don't see that.
Oh yeah, that's true though.
Oh, that's true. In that sense, I think they did a good job, because I noticed that the lead voice, it's like kind of
floaty?
Yeah.
Okay.
Floaty, not so dense. That's something that I found something like unique about it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. It's kind of like the quality of the voice was more transparent than some of the others.
I don't know if it felt restrained. It's really cool when you have the ability to throw in like 7 different genre changes, but you keep it. And it's just like, oh, it makes it a little more powerful, I think. But ooh.
It's because it still has the creativity, like it still has the fun little transition sounds and the like incredible, like sound design and all the different sections. It has like the trap section and
of course.
But like, it feels
like the same song.
Cohesive, yeah. Yeah, also the cool chords.
What were the chords that you liked?
They're kind of all over.
And they were different in different sections too.
The bridge, I was like, in my head, I was like, there's gonna be a good bridge. It's gonna happen.
And then the chords.
And I was like, what?
Oh, it ends it. I think it ends on C. Wait.
It just sounds like that.
Wait, hit that D flat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was right.
Okay.
That's such a cool chord.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Is it like a lowered major 7?
That's just like a dominant 7th chord. That's so
It's really
funny.
tasteful.
Whoa. It just goes to like E flat 7.
It's just such a color change.
Yeah. That's sick.
Something that I really appreciated also, sort of going off about chords, is that they weren't afraid for the vocal harmonies to use extensions that you really wouldn't hear in K-pop today. I'll see if I can find. So wait.
So that's on 4, like major 7, and then it's dominant 7 with the sharp 5. And then it goes to the what would be the minor, but it's sus. And then it goes to like the dominant. Hold me tighter than ever before. And then it goes back to the same thing. Which like I love that. I think.
But it's like orchestrated super cool because it's
Yeah.
like in their voices and it's like really soft and
Yeah.
it's great. Yeah.
You basically go from this very distorted sound with lots of like, the vocals are just going every which way. The vocal qualities are just going from this really dark and almost like taking the EQ of something and just sliding it back and forth, it seems like, along with the pan just going everywhere. And then from going from that into this like delicate like major 7 chord is such a crazy contrast that it really like almost throws you backwards, or in my case it makes you slide out of your chair.
What song?
All of them.
Yes.
It sounds like Strawberry Gelato a little bit. I think I had that. I think that's in there. Like. And then we did this.
You pull up for the night. The way your body looks in the moonlight.
Can you sing for us? Sing for us? Sing for us?
That's embarrassing.
Do it. Sing.
Me?
Yeah. Let's go. Strawberry Gelato.
I'm sick.
I love the verses too. Like when the chorus ended and it went back into the verse, I was like, that felt really good. It was like almost surprising because I was like, what is going on in the verse? Because it feels kind of simple, but there's something about it that's like just really enjoyable. Where I was like, yeah, it's grooves. Also, I know we're a music channel, but that choreo was pretty great.
Like, you know when like a dance isn't like incredibly sexy, but
Yeah.
the lines are?
Yeah.
Ugh, I
Sexy
love
fusion
that.
lines.
I love that.
You know,
Well,
like
just
when
the very
even
first-
like the very extended
that,
arms, those.
just the first
and
pose
just, like,
already.
The very,
like, you know the
those
first
things,
pose where
you
they were
know.
like this, like the line
Yeah.
is already really nice. And a lot of times when they just bend over to one side.
Oh, that one part where they're on the floor and they're just like spreading their that part.
That's
you know,
also very
and then
nice.
just like the.
I can't even tell you what's not a sexy line. I
Yeah.
think they kept that consistent throughout. They have very, very good lines. And I really like the little Michael Jackson nod there where when they had like her,
In the
her
bridge,
foot,
right?
yeah, when they had her foot like
Yeah.
planted and she was like,
Yeah, she was going around. Yeah.
love that.
Sick.
What's so fantastic? What's to be excited
Where
about?
do I begin? First of all, they're all of them, every single one of them are incredible dancers. Like they're all really good. But that's part of the reason why I think their performance level is so high is because they're all like, to me, on equal footing. And I really love seeing that. Like that's, to me, that's pretty rare.
Overall,
Impressive.
Impressive. I think just the control and texture from like flowy to like suddenly like still and then still keeping that tension. That was like really, really impressive.
A lot of things too is like the transitions between movements is so clean, so
Yeah.
smooth. Like from the floor work to standing up,
Yeah,
to standing
nothing
up to
felt
floor
awkward.
work.
Yeah.
Like it makes you want to be excited to do that, to
Right,
try that.
yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
I wanna do that because
I
they make it look
know.
so nice.
Yeah.
The way that they went into the floor and just kept folding and unfolding themselves, it was like, when does it end? And the answer is never, because it's PIXY, yeah. To me personally, going in and out of the floor smoothly and making that not look awkward is one of the most hardest things to choreograph, in my opinion. You know, you run out of ways to like sit down and stand up, and so like there were a lot of really unique ways that they did that. Like I'm gonna have to get timestamps, but geez, there's just so much.
I think this merits a second listen through.
yeah.
If you want to do that, and can
Do we
we
have
like
time?
start stop to like point things out?
It feels like there's so much space.
Okay, I want to pause there. Their singing is so soft and sultry here. Like it's not just singing softly, but they're drawing out a lot of their vowels. Every time you look at me, and it's like kind of it's relaxed to give a very like, I don't know how to describe, kind of hypnotizing. The way she sings So Sweet and Dangerous has a lot of aspiration to it. So sweet and dangerous, which is also like supposed to draw out that intimacy. And then you're gonna show me the way to the moon. They add like
That
a triplet
rhythm
flow
play
there.
is so good.
That like creates a little, I don't know, I think that was such a smart musical choice.
Yeah, it's just switching between duple and triple.
When it switches after that like really prominent like quarter note triplet, it follows the contour.
Yeah, also like in the backtrackers, like they put other sounds together with the vocal part to make it more distinct, I think.
But something I also really appreciated is how in this first part, What I think is a really big risk in this song that I think is really cool is that there's very little hi-hat throughout the entire song. And what kind of drives it forward is not necessarily that it sounds like a trap beat, but it sounds like a march, especially in that pre-chorus section. If you listen to like the pre-chorus, what's driving it isn't really a hi-hat but a snare, and it's like a boom, 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 and that's what gives us momentum, which I think is really crazy, because to give like a march influence into a song that has these expressions of like 80s synth pop and R&B and all of this stuff, there's just so many influences being thrown our way that it's like, as a listener, I think it's almost like a celebration of all these influences, which I think is really cool. And also the fact that this is a new K-pop group and they're bringing something so new to the table is really cool.
So it's like a...
It's tasty.